Give Local York, also known as the biggest day of giving in York County, returns on Thursday, so just a couple days away. Last year's event raised more than $4.6 million for nearly 300 local nonprofit organizations. And joining us now is Bernice Quisenberry from Chasing Rainbows, just one of the hundreds of nonprofits that are involved in this year's Give. So first of all, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Jackie. I appreciate it.
So you guys have been involved in Give Local York for a while, but for people who maybe don't know about you, tell us a little bit about what your organization does.
Yes, so we service infertility, pregnancy loss, and infant loss survivors. We offer 3 daily support groups a day, peer-to-peer. We also have a peer mentorship program pairing someone with a similar lived experience to theirs. We do a podcast called Cry It Out Loud. We also do trauma therapy, and we do yoga, meditation, and breath work. And it's all around surrounding our survivors with these daily support services to meet them where they're at with their grief and trauma journeys.
And this is something that's so important, where a lot of people can feel lost and not know where to turn to. So this is something that it definitely gives them an outlet to be able to talk to somebody.
It does, and it really is, because when you leave the hospital empty-armed, you know, it's the only time this whole type of loss is where someone says you can have another baby, or you can, you know, there's a bigger purpose for your baby. And great, one survivor may believe that, but it's not a blanket statement for all. So it's like, where can you go to have that safe space to talk? Because the 1 in 4 that this is occurring to, it's a commonality, but where are they all going? So we're uniting everyone together and bringing them together across our nation.
So you guys have been involved in Give Local before.
Yes.
And this year, what are you hoping to do with the donations that you get?
Yeah, this year they're going to be going towards our coping care packages, because it's all around, you know, those overwhelming feelings, and how can, you know, they continue by doing guided journals and, you know, utilizing different tools in their toolbox for these traumas. And also we're going to be using this for our trauma therapy program to be able to get them private individual sessions with a trauma therapist and pay for them so they don't have those wait times. And then so we can wrap around them in a holistic manner with all these daily support services.
And it's definitely a great thing to get involved in. For people who maybe aren't able to donate money, can they volunteer?
Absolutely. You know, we're always looking for active volunteers, you know, since a lot of people have experienced these type of losses, to come together in our organization and help us, you know, by becoming a peer mentor. We can train them. We can also train them to run support groups. We can, you know, work with them to be advocates and ambassadors for our organization and getting our services out there. So we're always looking for people to get involved.
And for people who want, you know, to learn more information, where can they find that?
Yes, they can find us at chasingtherainbows.org. They can also find us on Instagram at chasingtherainbowsinc, also on Facebook. But yeah, just the easiest way to reach out to us is on our website.
And it's definitely a great thing, especially like you said, you have the podcast as well. So people who are just trying to get their feet wet, not sure if they're ready to reach out yet, they can start to listen to that as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Yes, thank you, Jackie.
We appreciate it. Of course, Give Local York, well, it kicks off in just a couple days, 9 p.m. on Thursday. If you want more information, be sure to go to fox43.com.